tonight.
Oh, I haven't updated all this shit. I haven't updated this first thing about last week's. Oh, actually, no, this is right. Gachimochi with. No, wait. Nothing new to catch up on. Jordan, are you advertising that you're streaming all the time on jordan.com?
I haven't done the streams permanently yet. Because I've been working on projects, so I just haven't had the time to.
Okay.
So yeah, that's on the back burner, I guess you could say for now.
But yeah, other than that, nothing's really worth catching up with all of us. Snakz still streams to Snakz92. Hopefully, still keep streaming normally, and I still do all the other bullshit here. And hopefully, I'll update this for DTL tomorrow, but I probably won't. But before we get into the furry topics, there's a lot of furry topics. Let's. Anyone have any ideas of what you want Jordan to draw? Because if not, I'll count till about. I'll give it a minute, and then I'll let him know because I think my idea is pretty good. But I feel weird stealing it.
Your idea is pretty good.
Of what I want Jordan
I'm getting kind of worried now.
Yeah.
Ponies count as furries?
Ponies count as furries.
Well, it's like a brony thing. I didn't put that in the topics today.
Oh no!
You want to talk about ponies?
The brony.
Oh, good lord!
The brony furry thing is actually a pretty interesting divide.
It is kind of polarizing, but it's huge. Not polarization huge. I mean, it's a very huge fandom.
To a lot of
there's
people.
A lot of people.
Yeah, but like the brony, there's definitely a lot of overlap. Like imagine the Venn diagrams with a little part in the middle. Sorry, this fucking Rumco is making me very burpy. But yeah, you know what? Let's go with the pony idea. Do you have a fuller idea? Because if not, I'm gonna just tie it in with mine. I to see. I'm gonna give him a minute. But yeah, my idea is kind of cool.
You mean you want him to draw MLP?
No, I don't want a pony.
What the fuck is it? My Little Pony.
Give me an animal, and I'll start telling Jordan what I think the good idea would be. So
draw a rabbit.
No, it kind of gives away.
Good lord!
Draw a skunk.
Draw a rabbit. Are we going to be leaning towards the new Space Jam?
No, we're gonna.
Yeah, sure.
Later on, we're going to talk about Bible Black, and my idea was let's do a Bible Black furry. So Jordan, for starters, go look up the Bible Black uniform. I'm sure you've seen it, the black and white thing, and it has like.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But like, let's get an animal in here. I want
the Bible Black animal. That'd be pretty sick.
A mare. He wants a mare. So it's apparently a cross dressing. Isn't a mare a male horse?
Mare is a female horse.
Mare's a female horse.
Stud is the male horse.
That much I know.
Okay, so then what the hell?
Draw a horse as a Bible Black character in a Bible Black school uniform. And she has to have big honking horse titties. Is that a thing?
You know what? Yeah, that's actually a great idea.
No, no JK. We're already doing this. Big honking horse titties. I just see straight up ask for big honking horse titties.
Okay, I'll get to that.
No, wait, it's big. It's huge honking.
I'm surprised you went that way, and you didn't go the other direction, which would have been way explicit.
We'll go
with that.
HHHT.
Here,
no, draw Minotaur.
Okay.
No, just joking, just messing.
But yeah, draw Bible Black mare. Bible Black mare.
She'll be. I don't even know what animal she is. She's just like.
She looks like a cheetah.
Yeah, it looks mostly feline.
There we go. And then we'll just. Okay, I'm not gonna do all these spots.
There you go.
She just has a touch of the leprosy. It's fine.
She's born with it.
Oh, was I being offended? Yeah. Assuming it was leprosy?
Yeah.
Who's gonna follow up that?
Yeah.
That's the peak of tonight. That joke.
Leprosy?
Yes.
Manuel leprosy. We just lost all of our viewers. I'm actually not joking about that. We went from 10 to 5. Oh my god. It's like, Manuel made a leopard. Like, I'm gonna get canceled now. Manuel made a leopard.
Are you saying only children watch you?
Okay.
Okay, let's get the show started. So yeah, tonight we're talking about furries.
Normally he's juggling.
I'm not gonna lie.
Shows for kids.
I'll give the bit of an intro before we really dive deep. But like, furries has been an interesting topic at A to J. I feel like we've all toyed around with it to some. That sounds weird, but we've all toyed around with the topic, the fandom here and there, and I don't know if I realized through the process that, hey, I might be a furry, but I think, and I still will die my dying day thinking this, that most of the people a lot of people I know are probably closet furries. I'm not so sure about Jordan, but I'm pretty sure Leslie, who's not in the chat, I'm pretty sure she's a furry. But that's a story for another day. I'm calling out people who aren't even. So that's what an amazing person I am. But we did it UPZ, an episode of our other show, our non 18 plus podcast, Ultra Podcast Z, where we talked about furries, and we had a different guest on, and that was a bit more of like, a bit more fun. I don't say, like, we went over the fun parts, like, oh, the art, the non-crazy parts of the fandom, not so much about the huge honking horse hooters and so on. But
the other parts that you're talking about moreovers as well too.
Yeah, I was like, that's why specifically to go back to Moon's introduction, I'm like, we need Moon on because we need to talk about huge honking horse hoot. I keep want to say titties, hooters. I never use the word hooters, but I just want to keep all the H's. But yeah. So that's what we're doing here. And I really feel that by the time this show is done, Jordan and Snakz will both
feel a lot more dirty.
No.
Yeah, that too.
They will realize that they're furries and that they want to fuck animals.
Ugh.
Okay, maybe not animals. That's illegal. But fuck an anthropomorphized version, a.k.a. a person in a first... I'm kidding. Let's get on with this. And I still remember Haru's...
your bad self.
Oh, wait. What? Oh, the DTL topic about a furry Yu-Gi-Oh character. What furry Yu-Gi-Oh character is this? So Moon.
Yeah.
Tell us what a fursona is, and let's just jump into there from there.
Fursona? Well, it's just what you have to represent who you are or the idea you enjoy. The character you like, the one you envision. It's just an avatar.
That's actually the best way to put it. Nobody's ever made that comparison, and I had that in my own head. I'm like, it's like an avatar. If you ever seen the movie Avatar, it's especially like that because I had a joke there and I forgot what it was. But yeah, it's especially like that. They jump into a thing and it's like, look at me, I'm actually a giant fox or a wolf.
It's not just make believe for some people. There's lifestylers too, though.
There's depths to this, and that's actually where
there's lots of depths. It's a fucking onion.
They have layers.
Yeah, layers. Yeah.
Okay.
In all. But
continue.
But yeah, because a lot of people, like, when they start thinking, how do I say this? Okay, you know what? Actually, let's back up. What is a furry to you, Snakz?
A furry to me?
Yes.
That's actually a good question. I've always thought that the people that sort of celebrate that type of fandom, they like to dress up in the suits and stuff. And I guess it also comes down to a lot of the artwork that they enjoy, but I don't know anything outside of maybe they also like to role play as animal characters and stuff like that. But that's pretty much what that means to me. The people that walk around with suits, or they have tails and stuff, or they like to the suits, and then they also like to role play online as those animals and stuff, or maybe they like to draw that stuff, or like you said earlier, they have a fursona where that's their avatar that's like an animal character.
Yeah, yes, so all the above.
Yeah, it basically is all the above, because part of the issue that I find discussing it and even getting into the fandom, so to speak, is that there's definitely I don't want to say hierarchy or tiers, because that makes it sound like, oh, you're not a real furry unless this. But there definitely are the people who, well, there is a bit of a hierarchy, to some people, like the people who have fursuits versus those who don't. But there's some people who
or the quality of them, just like cosplayers, they go through the same thing. Yeah.
There's people who live the lifestyle. There's people who just like the art. There's people who
sounds like an anime convention.
Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly.
Sci-fi convention.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Ren Festival.
Yeah.
Are you familiar, Moon, with the fact that the anime fandom and the furry fandom are basically one and the same at one point? They were born of the same, the same primordial soup in the U.S.
Coming from sci-fi convention.
Exactly.
Offshoot, a panel or something, a group that was
Exactly.
there.
Apparently, this all started from the same little small group of sci-fi nerds who were like, "Hey, I like these Japanese cartoons," and other people are like, "Hey, I like it when bunnies have big titties," and it sounds like
Hello,
it's nothing
Lola.
serious. I think you can go on YouTube right now and watch Fritz the Cat for free.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you're
Man,
supposed
that
to,
was some freak show shit.
Yeah.
That was good stuff. I like Fritz the Cat. I have a VHS somewhere.
It's a very it also has a lot of politics of the time. It's a very odd movie. It's a real movie.
I mean, it was the Furry Freak Brothers. What's his name's cat? It actually had its own personality and did its own damn thing.
I'll never forget.
Fucking 60s were weird, man.
When I was a kid, and now we're gonna move a little bit into our each furry knowledge as we go. And I swear to God, my goal at the end of the show is for Snakz. I repeat it again, for Snakz and Jordan to become furries. Do you think I'll succeed?
You mean get their own persona?
Never.
Jordan.
You know what's funny? My Twitter icon is my persona.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't think that's.
It's a skunk on a piece of on a rice cake.
Oh well, I don't.
A sushi skunk. A sushi skunk.
Did you say I don't play Homestuck?
Sushi.
No, what did you say, Jordan? Sorry.
Well, Manuel, you're gonna have to try a little bit harder than just try to make me a furry. Because I can tell you this, I can be a furry any time of the day, but you gotta probably convince me to be into them.
Into
I don't know, man.
As
Some of the
in,
stuff you sent me randomly.
As in, go full blown into the fandom. What he's saying is that he enjoys cheetahs with titties, but not to fully embrace it.
I wouldn't dress up
he
for.
wants it to fully embrace
I need a Muppet Soner gatekeeper.
You wouldn't yiff another fur.
Exactly.
Yeah, he wants to become a Muppet.
In fursuit.
No.
I remember there used to be this documentary that AMC used to show, and it was not about furries or animals fucking, but it was about censorship in movies, and it was going on about the Hays Code. This all stuff that you have to look up on your own. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but censorship, and it basically was oh, this was the first movie that actually had nudity. It was this movie about World War II, some Holocaust survivor. Crazy thing that was the first movie ever that had nudity during the Hays Code, and then
I think it would have been a National Geographic thing or something.
Exactly, and
magazines had it back then.
And then it goes into movies like Caligula that were really pushing the lines and shit like that.
Lord,
but
that's
in the midst of this documentary I was watching, they talked about Fritz the Cat. And if you guys don't know this, AMC used to show I think it was a non how do I say this? It was showing nudity, and it would show unedited movies way back when I was a kid.
So they showed uncensored Fritz the Cat.
Well, they showed clips, and they showed uncensored clips, because there is there is sex in
there.
there.
Yeah, there's cat dong hanging out.
Yeah, and they showed clips of that. And I'll never forget this. Watching it, I was like, people make this, and I was really young, and I don't know where my parents were that I was watching this on alone on cable. But
old beat hippie hipster type person, yeah.
And I've mentioned my stories about renting, anime and stuff like that. When I saw Fritz the Cat, I rented it too, and I was so confused because, they said, the movie was it's.
You thought it was going to be nice.
Yeah, first of all, the movie's very violent, it's very crazy. The plot's all over the place. It's half blaxploitation.
Lots of drug use. Yeah, it's fucked up. Alcohol.
Yeah, and then there's occasional animal sex. And
sex.
But
I don't even know what you're talking about. So.
Well,
yeah, it's a movie.
But that was kind of
it's almost like a classic piece of literature, almost. Fritz the Cat.
In the furry community, or just in general?
No. The author is not a furry. It was before even furry was a concept.
Yeah,
the guy just did the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. If you remember that old '60s comic that was out, and one of the characters in that comic it's their cat. It's Fat Freddy's cat, basically, and his name is Fritz the Cat. and he got his own fucking animated program. I mean, like movie, which is what he's discussing right here. It's a work of degenerate art.
It's funny because like I keep beating around the bush, no pun intended. But I keep beating around the bush here, and I'm like, the whole thing was I'll never forget watching that, and then I was thinking like, what if they did this, but it had Gadget from like Chippendales in there, some Chippendale
the
Rescue Rangers in there, and I'm like, is that a thing? And mind you, if the internet existed, you would just Google that right now, and there you go. But we're talking like the early 90s. I was way too young to really even know what I was talking about, because like this is like a pre-puberty manual even, and I was just like, I don't know. You know, it's like that seems like a thing. Like what if this was like that character? And there's probably others. I can't remember all the fucking cartoon characters that were probably anthropomorphized mice or whatever the fuck that I, you know, what it definitely wasn't Daisy, but like what if this is Daisy, or like, wait, who's Daisy? Is Daisy the duck? But yeah.
Yeah.
anyways, but yeah, TLDR, it's always been a thing I've thought about. That sounds. See, I feel like this will all be used against me out of context one day, and like as the furry topics kept coming, I'm like, hey, this is an interesting thing, you know, like, but it's so stigmatized. But anyways, before we go any further,
Of course it is.
about the stigmatized part, because I want to try to do this in order, and it is in my notes, and I'm already jumping around a little. But how did you get into the furry fandom, Moon?
Me?
Yes.
How did I get it? Oh, you know that fucking game, Second Life? If you can call it a game.
Yeah,
it's more
I
like
know.
a big sandbox
It's still
world.
around.
Yeah, I know it is.
Nope, messed that up.
I knew a lot of people that were going to go check out this new place, and they were like in. Oddly, it was the people that I was hanging out with in Star Wars, the original RPG, before they decided to do the whole
Star Wars Galaxies.
Yeah. So when Galaxies was going to shit, you know, a while, because perennially after a certain point it started this downturn. These people had a entertainer group that was throughout the entire server I was on. They held events and stuff like that. They even held events on other servers too. And I got like tied in with them because I liked playing an entertainer. So some of them were furries. I didn't know that, but I found out later. They all went to Second Life when this whole thing. I should have known when their was like their online group, when they would post up, was like fur play. I should have known better.
Wow.
So when I got to fucking see them in Second Life, they were like doing their avatar thing and stuff like that, and I found other people to go hang out with, and they actually had furry avatars. And I was like, oh, cool, what is this shit? You could be a fucking animal, anthropomorphic character and stuff like that. So I just decided to shop around and picked one up. And I never looked back after I got that. Then I found people to chill and hang out with, and they were with a different group all together. And I was like, ooh, cool, yeah, I'll go hang out with them. They were like DJ, play music live. You could hear it streamed on there and make requests and stuff, chill and chat with everybody and stuff. Lots of things, because you know how Second Life is. Everybody builds and creates, so there's all kinds of cool things, tricks, gadgets, stuff. They had their own island, and it was fun to go and chill with them. Yeah, they had their own fucking island. You know, islands cost money in real life dollars just to have and maintain. You paid rent on these fucking things. So it's kind of like, some of them had there's lots of creators in Second Life. Some of them have really elaborate things. There's some cool shit. But yeah, I was with these people, so they said, "Hey, you gonna go to the convention?" They were always mentioning this, you know, different stuff, websites, and Fur Affinity. It's like, furries. Oh, okay. And I was like, "What is this?" So it's like, dive in here, get a big education on what it is. It's like, oh, cool. Everybody's sharing artwork and discussing topics and things, and you're like, wow. So everybody like has these little clubs too on Second Life, little fur club hangouts, disco, you know. So the music's jamming, pumping, everybody's dancing and grinding up against each other, and then you're like. Just like everything, like a club. And, you know, Second Life is just strange. So eventually I'd say, fuck, maybe I should go check out a convention. So I incognito went to go and just check out a convention, not identify myself to anybody around to let them know I went to a convention. So I didn't know who these people on the internet were that I was meeting and stuff like that. And then checked out, of course, the Fur Affinity page. And I was like, ooh. So you create a profile in Fur Affinity. So you start getting into the community a little bit more, seeing more artists, hang out with more people. You get to meet online all the time. Then when I started going to conventions, I started meeting some of these people in life. and partying with them and hanging out with them and chilling with them. And then you get to meet a lot of the artists. You get to commission work. It's just like going to an anime convention. But, these people are happy. I would say the parties that I went to were best in Chicago, Pittsburgh, and San Jose when they used to hold them over there at the Doubletree.
I'm not gonna lie. Jumping ahead a little because I want to go back to Snakz and Jordan in a second. But not gonna lie, one of the big reasons when I first started really considering like deep diving into the furry fandom at some point, a lot of it had to do with partying. I'm gonna be straight up with you. Like this seems like a really fun place to party extra, and some of the stories I was hearing, I even knew people who would go to these cons just for the party. You know what I mean? Be they like true hardcore furries or not, obviously it has some degree of want to be there because it's a very immersive place. It's a much more smaller, closer knit group no matter what convention you go to. But yeah, backing up just a little before we go back into the conventions. Jordan, are you gonna honestly look me in the face? Well, your face isn't there, but you're gonna honestly look into the screen and tell me that you did not have a furry awakening with like Lola Bunny or someone?
Oh, I'm not saying I didn't. I'm just saying that like I wouldn't actively, search for stuff like that. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know what? I haven't jerked off in a while. Maybe I'll start off with some good old horse cock or something like that.
Oh my horse cock.
Oh,
Like no, like
Snacks,
I'm not like I definitely don't think I'm a furry, and I wouldn't like actively search out for it. But it's being a furry, I guess, is much like what you guys have said. It's really like about the community, like who you hang out with, who you party with, that makes it like, oh yeah, I don't mind being a furry in a sense that I don't mind partying and looking at the art and appreciating the people around it.
Isn't it odd though? If you have an interest or like it, people are trying to either pin you as a furry, but you can't just like be somebody who can just be, I enjoy this. This is cool, but I'm not a furry.
And that kind of.
But some people want to like fit you into a category. You either are or you're not. If you like it, you are.
Yeah, that's what I don't care about.
That's what they're trying to say. There's no absolutes.
It's hilarious because you might not believe it after all the shit I've been saying. I was mainly joking. But first of all, like, let me tell you that there's actually like a pretty...
Just enjoy something if you like it. That's all I can say.
First of all, that's actually a very good thing to say. Tomorrow, I didn't realize this timing was not intentional. Tomorrow we're doing our Drink Talk Learn stream, and we have a theme, and our theme is guilty pleasures. And I didn't realize I was coming up against like, oh, we're back-to-back guilty pleasure nights. I didn't realize that. But if you like it, like, just whatever. As long as no one...
You mean like Strong Zero is a guilty pleasure?
Yeah.
As long as no one's hurting anyone, you're fine. Well, you can hurt yourself with Strong Zero because that shit fucks you up. But
look, Manuel, there's something you got to see.
You have a Strong Zero, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Treasure. What are you talking about? This is like a fucking heirloom right now.
I know.
Until I can go back and drink on the street like one of these, nothing's right in the world yet.
Those are the best. But no, jumping back, like there's actually a decent divide within the furry fandom. And to be honest, it doesn't exist as much as it used to. But if you do any deep dive into the history of the fandom, you'll find there's this huge thing of the people who appreciate the art in a wholesome way, and the people who appreciate the art in the sexualized way. And
there's both. Yeah.
And believe it or not, you might, because all the joking, all the shit I've been saying, I'm more in the former. Like, I would not really want to go after the honking horse hooters or whatever the fuck I said earlier. I should have written that down. I keep repeating it.
Then you're like more of a furry lifestyler, like I was saying before.
Like I like the art. The community seems fun. I might not even mind. Like I doubt I'll ever wear a fursuit for a lot of reasons, but because first of all, I feel like I'm.
But you ever thought about mascotting, or even looking at mascots are different. You see mascots everywhere in Japan and stuff like that, and there's furries in Japan too, though.
Oh, the furry fandom is worldwide.
Yeah.
But yeah, like and like I find that interesting to know because technically
it's just like cosplay.
But yeah, but
like no different than cosplay.
Yeah,
except for some of these people actually become their character rather than actually just cosplaying other characters.
And just address that depending on how you do it. Nothing's really wrong with that either. As long as, once again, as long as you're not hurting anyone. Like if you're a consenting adult,
Not
do what the fuck you
everybody's a
wanna do.
degenerate.
Yeah, but like a lot of
A lot of
furry
people
fandoms,
spend a
like,
lot
it's
of
all
money in these
negativity.
costumes, and they're not going to be fucking in them. But the
Final
really
Fantasy-
poorly done ones that people want to do because they like to, you can see the difference.
Wait, what?
So I mean, you see
Not
who's
furry,
actually serious
furry.
about their craft and what they like as far as their lifestyle, or somebody who just does it just because they like it as a fetish. Well, it's just their persona, whatever.
Okay.
Pleiades in the chat shared a percentage of furries, and it's like not furry, she just has cat ears. Like furry, she has like a cat face, and then like dangerously furry, and it's very much like a girl that's like almost a cat. Then it's like fine too, and it's just a pure cat. But
Oh, I get that.
but it's actually really funny because like everyone like criticizes it because the negative parts, like like it's just a weird sex thing. I'm about to say something that I've been like that I think I said it on DTL once, and it's really funny. Have you guys ever known about have you guys ever seen the market for unique sexual aids? We'll say it like that.
What?
Female ones.
Wait,
Unique sexual
One
aids.
more time.
It was sexual AIDS.
No,
that what you
AIDS
said?
isn't. Oh wait, but yes, I meant AIDS as in AIDS.
Yeah, like
a thing
in
that
like
helps
they
you.
aid you in
Yes.
something. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Explain a little more.
Of the phallic represents a dildo. I'm trying to say dildos. I was trying to.
Oh, you're trying to say bad dragon
Are you just
dildos?
talking
Is that
about
what
fucking sex toys that are furry sex toys?
Yeah, that's what he was
Bad
trying to
dragon?
say.
I know a lot of people.
Yeah, just let. Yeah.
Like Bad Dragon.
Yeah, thank you. I know a lot of people who use.
You do know that company, right?
Or yes, I know that company. I know people who own horses.
Don't Google Bad Dragon sex toys, please.
And be very
Go
careful.
ahead and do it.
That's Sedare, of course.
I actually learned what some animal.
Woe is the person who has a booth next to them at a furry convention.
And it always blows my mind that a lot of people will buy this stuff but not be furries. And I guess
Yeah.
that's everyone's comfort level. But it goes back to what I said.
If you want your dog dick or horse dick, you can get it there. They even have dragon dick. They do fantasy stuff. It's kind of weird.
Shout out to all the scalies out there.
Yeah, the lizard reptile dick.
Does anyone know what the word is for like bird furries? Because there apparently is, but somebody told me what the person we had on for the UPZ told me what the term was. I forgot what it was. I'm sure it was stuff. Featheries, I don't know. I think it is aviaries actually. I think you just hit it on the nail there. But
I guess avian. They're just going with the Latin.
But yeah, if you
I was in the feet. Come on. So wait.
I don't know. I just find it. I find it interesting that like there's even fringe levels to the fringe thing.
It just sounds like society to me, man.
But I'm pretty. And actually, I'm not even pretty sure because I've talked to people. Like I'm not going to dox anyone here, obviously. But I know people who own those, and obviously I don't know if why they own them. But I'm just like I'll assume. But I'm like, oh, are you a furry? Like, God, no, I'm not a furry. It's like I just want my sheep dildo,
it's like getting
or whatever.
reamed. I like having my sphincter widened. Like that's just a regular Tuesday for me.
Have you ever seen a horse one? It's like who would use that? Just like fucking get a pole at that point. But anyways,
somebody who really likes, I guess that. So there's that.
Some of them have that
is
squirting
done, so
feature
now I
to
can
them
pay
too.
attention. Oh, you came at a good time. We're talking about dildos.
Well, they're fully functional, like just the regular ones, I guess.
Did you know that the Catherine the Great thing about dying apparently while copulating with a horse? It said that was first of all that wasn't true. It was
go ahead.
But it's one of those many rumors. Whether she did or didn't, she didn't die that way. That was just a rumor that was used to a sexually free woman. Let's give her the worst possible, thing because this is a Victorian society. So yeah, that's actually a real thing. Similar thing to blood. Not to get way off topic, but similar thing to Elizabeth Bathory. Everyone's all like, she didn't actually bathe in their blood. That's just something that people a strong, powerful woman got to spread rumors about her. But anyways,
grotesquely romanticized.
Sexism, TLDR, sexism existed back then too. Hashtag, hashtag feminism. I don't know what the fuck I was going for that. Anyways, dildo TLDR. This was my nice way of circling around the negativity of the fandom. Jordan, do you hate furries, or do you just like?
Oh,
No, I can vibe with them. Like I just don't. I don't. I'm not into it.
No,
That's just
Jordan.
it.
I sense a lot of hate for. Oh my God, what is
No,
this horse
just
doing?
somebody who enjoys the
No, I'm
art,
kidding.
enjoys to draw the art, can get along with other artists and like-minded people who enjoy
Yeah,
that
dude.
kind of thing.
I
Do I
mean,
do
like,
the other stuff? No. That's like saying, if I go to a party, do I have to do the cocaine or can I just drink the beer?
say he gets it.
Why does
That's a
everything
fair
occasionally
assumption.
get echoey? I don't know. Why is everything getting echoey? Hold on, let me check. Is someone not? Are you
Who,
wearing
me?
headphones?
Is somebody throwing you in a well?
What are you talking
It's
about?
dark
Me?
over there, man.
No, I'm fine.
Hold on, let me listen to it.
I think Moon's the only one talking that doesn't. He doesn't have a headset, or he's just talking through his. But he's talking through his phone microphone.
Oh, it might be because Moon's on his phone. We apologize if it gets a little echoey.
Oh,
It might be
so
because of
I'm the
him.
one. You're making me
Yeah,
sound.
it's probably you who's making us a little echoey. If it gets really bad, let us know and we'll yell.
So
at
I'm
you.
picking you up as you're speaking.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So
Next
let us
time I'll
know
get a
if-
headset, and that way it'll eliminate the
Yeah,
problem.
All good.
hopefully it's not too bad. Anyways, let me
I
read some
will
of the chat.
turn you
'Cause
down the volume.
I'm not sure if this is the right time to have been streaming. If we should have streamed later, or if everyone just had to come because I started bringing up dildos. That was a funny way for me to phrase that. But let me start reading some of the chat because there's a lot of things going on in the chat. Touching Warren's butt. What if I don't want to drink the beer? What beer? Robo Manual VC for anyone once in a while.
He-
You don't have to drink the beer.
No,
Oh,
he was
also-
talking about. Look, he's talking about.
You could have the soda if you want the soda. There's nothing in it.
Yeah, he was talking about the analogy where it's like you're there to party, but you drink the beer, not you don't take the cocaine stuff. You don't have to take the beer as well. You can take the soda,
You can
ginger
have all the
ale.
cocaine,
Yeah.
Pleiades.
There is
Oh my God, are
non-alcoholic
these drawings from?
substances as
No,
well.
these manuals. These drawings are not for me. Actually, they kind of are.
Manuel's
What's
the one that
up?
recommended the Bible Black Horse, so obviously,
Yeah,
it's probably for Manuel. His
just to
Bang
describe
Bang
what it
collection.
Because actually, I just see was when it said he wanted to draw a mare, like a female horse, and I'm like, we need to have Wait, what was it? Honkin' horse, huge honkin'
Horse
hooters.
titties, yeah, huge honkin' horse hooters.
That's interesting.
That's
Manuel wanted this. Let's put that on note that Manuel wanted this,
which is
so-
okay.
No, that's
It is
actually not
okay.
that. I've actually seen plenty just like that.
Well, let's segue back into the art because now we're talking about the art a bit. Obviously, the furry fandom is very central on art.
It's very what?
Jordan, centralized on art.
It's just one aspect of it, and it's very popular as well.
Well, because a lot of how do I say this? First of all, if you ever go to a furry convention, to be honest, I mainly know because of secondhand stuff and things I've seen. A lot of the booths are going to be like almost an extended artist alley. There'll be a lot more artists there than you will find at your typical convention, or of course there'll be the first suit people, and there'll be the dragon dildo people and so on. But there'll be a lot of people selling the art, and there's a lot of money in furry art. Jordan, you should definitely get on that. By the way, you seem to be doing really
Make
well.
some good
at,
money,
like,
but you're going to get a
honking.
lot of people asking to do things that you may not want to do. You just have to set your
boundaries.
levels. Yeah, your boundaries, and say only certain level of art, not anything else.
Yes.
And anybody that just goes and asks could say, "No, my terms of service are no."
Yeah, worst you can say is no, and they get mad and be like, "Why don't you appreciate the fine arts?" And that's about it.
No, I mean you have a disclaimer; it would be fine.
Yeah.
If they want to be a dick, they can do that.
Posture check.
But don't give them any air. So.
No, yiffing is a very real thing. By the way, for those who don't, what is yiffing? For those who don't know,
it's just fucking.
Yeah.
It's just their way of saying it.
Yeah,
it's been around for a while,
and like
since the 60s.
Crossover with anything. Is there a crossover when there's glomping?
I haven't heard that term in over a decade.
Like a really huge, aggressive hug.
I know what it is, but I haven't heard that in like over a decade.
Oh, I thought that was more like a horse thing for some reason.
Clomping. For those
clomping.
Clomping is when you
clopping.
Now,
glomping with a G, like go.
If you guys were here
Glomping.
earlier, we kind of touched upon the differences between bronies and furries. Well, there really isn't differences, but they like to think so. But the difference between bronies
It's
and
just a
furries
subset.
is one of the things is like, say you enjoy some of the brony fan art in your own free time, you know, in the privacy of your room. You know what I'm trying to say? That's called clopping, like the action, as opposed to fapping.
Oh,
It's clopping.
yeah.
Like, you know, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, like a horse clopping. You clop
Really?
to the art. I'm not making that up. That's actually the real
I do have
term.
a friend
Don't ask
who
why
is
I
a
know that.
huge brony.
Don't ask
Wow.
why I know that. But yeah.
Clopping.
So I taught you guys a new term in case you didn't know that. If you decide to get a, if you like this picture Jordan is drawing and you want to, and you wait till we post it on, like, you know, the Twitter or whatever the fuck, and you take it for your own use, what you do with the picture might be considered clopping. I just want you all to know that.
Yeah.
Everyone clop. Give Jordan $1. Okay, Jordan, here's some. This isn't for Manuel Spank.
This is Manuel Spank Bank. He's the one that recommended it. I keep saying.
Well, clopping can still be.
Did you call it a
dog.
spank bank?
I did.
Yeah,
call it
this
a
is for
spank.
his Spank Bank. That's my favorite term, Spank Bank. You know, I like how they have those tier lists. Spank Bank is above S tier.
I won't be clomping.
Okay.
But yeah, the art doesn't have to be like that though. He's in a tiny box right now, but if Moon wants to show us some of the art, he had some art that was, you know, not totally, you know, sexualized. Remember, like, the picture you showed, the one of, like, the popsicle
You want an
and
example?
so on.
Yeah.
Oh
Here,
shit.
show the art show the artwork you've commissioned and
Well,
stuff.
actually, we could actually make you bigger if we wanted to, anyway. But yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What I was showing you earlier is just some cute, weird shit, though. But let me see. Which was the one? You want to see the popsicle one?
Yeah, the popsicle one was really
Okay,
cool.
so
And there was no nudity in that one, so
no, there's no nudity. It's just kind of suggestive. The whole thing is, I had two artists that I was really enjoying that was in the community, as far as the artist community with around the furry fandom. One of them was Michelle Light. You can Google her up, Michelle Light, Light, and the other one is Dark Natasha. Phonetically sounds just the same, Dark Natasha.
Oh, I see.
And they both have their own unique styles, so I asked them to do a collaboration piece. They were at separate tables, and they agreed because they've worked together before. So I had them do this piece.
Nice. So yeah, it's two it's two foxy ladies enjoying a popsicle.
Well, one's a fox, one's a cat.
Oh, nice.
I'm not gonna lie, my animal.
Dark Natasha did the foxy one, and
You'll
Michelle
say
Light
nice.
did the
Wait,
feline one.
if you could just hold that picture up, I'll be right back.
Jordan, no.
I'm just gonna put myself on mute and
You're gonna bust the DSP.
But
You're gonna bust the DSP.
there's always
Oh,
amazing
God, I
things,
forgot about
because with the same popsicle theme, I had another person do this one.
Let me see.
Oh wow.
It's a mirage. She's in a desert.
Oh, that's a good.
dying of thirst, and there's a
I don't think I saw that
popsicle.
one. Yeah.
I didn't. Mary Mouse did that one. She actually has her own characters and world with these characters in them, and my request was to use her character in that one. Do whatever she wants. Here's the theme:
That's just
popsicle.
really good art. That's just really good art in general.
Yeah.
You wanted to see other
Anyways,
examples,
me
or you
looking
just
at
wanted to
work-
see
I mean,
that?
if you
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nice.
you have more.
This is about you.
This is not about me.
This is about you.
You guys are odd.
Well, let's move on a little, I guess. You can go back to
drawing
Jordan's
Bible
art on the
Black
thing.
Horse.
Do you remember
Horsewoman.
Huh.
A puppet type movie? Not the Muppets. Meet the Feebles.
Oh,
Yes.
Meet the Feebles. I've seen that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Where he ate the fish. That was
Good
kind of funny.
one.
What?
Why am I not surprised you are one who's seen this film?
So
It's a good
there's this thing that I'm sort of a part of where they watch trash movies on Saturdays, and Meet the Feebles was the first one on the bill, so we had watched that
Oh,
that night. It was kind of funny.
It's
What is Meet the Feebles?
an epic weird flick.
Okay.
You
About.
think of Jim Henson and degenerate like Fritz the
Yeah.
Cat.
Who was it that worked on it?
Totally.
That was like
Muppet sex.
wasn't like what's his name? The guy who made Avatar. What's his name?
M. Night Shyamalan?
No.
It's
Sorry.
James
Wrong
Cameron.
Avatar.
Yeah, James Cameron worked on Meet the Feebles. That's right. He made me.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
James Cameron?
I'm like rushing those stuff real fast.
What a
Yeah. Yeah.
Google it up. Meet the Feebles. Actually, you might be able to find the film somewhere even to watch.
Peter Jackson. He's the
Oh,
one.
Peter Jackson. What am I thinking?
Yeah. He's the one who did Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, but no one cares
And
about
King
Lord of the
Kong, right? I was thinking King Kong, but then I didn't want to say King Kong. Yeah.
So that
Oh, the
lighting
other
must have been
furry.
pristine.
Well, Peter Jackson is probably also a furry. Well, I'm just gonna call it right there.
Probably.
He's a furry hobbit. Have you seen King Kong though? King Kong.
No, that does nothing for me.
I have seen King Kong. King
No.
Dong.
First of all, yeah, in the original King Kong, the 1930 King Kong classic, there really wasn't much of a love story.
Oh, you mean the original?
Yeah, there wasn't much of a love story there. It was kind of just like, he kind of was infatuated with the girl. But if you watch the 1977 one or whatever year that came out,
Yeah, you saw that in theaters, right? You saw that in theaters.
I'm not that old. Snap.
You were like 30 years old when that came out, right?
Son of a bitch. But if you watch that one has like a crazy love story where like they're all like hey will they, which is weird because it's the fucking giant ape. By the way, Rick Baker played the King Kong in that one. And Rick Baker is a very famous makeup artist from a lot of other movies, Academy Award-winning makeup artist. But anyways, so when Peter Jackson made his version, he kind of like used both elements. Like he made the crazy killer Kong from the original, but then he also emphasized the love story, which blew my mind and makes me feel that Peter Jackson, is probably a furry. Yes, he's a closet furry. It's all like, yeah. Sorry, like I have to say this only because this will never come up again, and I know it's off topic. But have you guys ever? What's the name of this movie? It's a movie with Mark Wahlberg where he's like a hitman or an assassin. And he's obsessed with King Kong Lives.
That sounds funny.
It's a running joke. And he's like, "Where's that?" He wants to find the movie, and his ex-girlfriend is like watching it. She like kept it from him. Hold on, I need to figure out what this movie's called. Sorry, this will never come up again. And I need to just. And
I hope because I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
He said Mark Wahlberg plays a character who's obsessed with the movie King Kong Lives.
Yeah, the sequel. It's the sequel to
I never even
King
saw
Kong
that.
versus Godzilla. It
just probably sounded bad, so I never watched.
It's terrible. Like King Kong finds a female Kong, and they kind of like
your alley.
Oh, they Kong it up.
Love. Yeah, basically.
No, I know you like to watch terrible movies, so I know it's right up your alley.
I think it's called The Big Hit. Hold on.
Oh, that's what he. Yeah, Mystery says that it's The Big Hit.
Yeah, it's The Big Hit.
Return of Kong.
So why? Never mind. So I disregarded that film, and I guess it was a big hit.
Well, it was a terrible movie. But I remember watching it like when I was like teenager.
I think I'd rather watch a Hammer film.
No, it was there.
Yeah, Lou Diamond Phillips is in it.
I learned about the.
Is that why it's a blockbuster?
Yeah.
If you didn't know this,
Young Guns, motherfucker.
Oh, don't get me started on Young Guns. I fucking love
that. No, we're not talking about Young Guns. Hey, you know what? You want a distraction?
Yeah.
Remember when I showed you this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Wait.
Show that off.
Right, that was almost the pinnacle, pretty much, of when I was in the fandom. I got one of my favorite artists that I did to do my character, my Fursona.
Really well done.
Oh, hell, I'm not even male. Isn't that right? But still,
that's actually that's a crazy one. I actually meant to ask you about that. For the record, me and Moon were talking about furries a long time ago, like long before this show. I don't even know how I came up, and you showed me that Fursona, and I actually meant to ask you, and that was part of the reason. I was like, oh, we need to get Moon on, so I could just ask him on the show, so put you on the spot. Thank you for getting me back on track. I was literally gonna just go on about King Kong Lives for like 20 minutes, and Jordan would have loved that, I'm sure. But
almost had you.
Going back to the Fursona. Sorry, let me close that off because I'm getting a little metallic. I hear myself. Going back to the Fursona thing. Is there a reason why your Fursona was female?
never always played myself. Anytime when I played a video game, I always choose something that I'm not. And I chose to be somebody completely different. Because it's not supposed to be me. I live my life every day. So when
That's
I want to
true.
go into that little virtual world or whatever it is, I want to play something that's enjoyable to me. So whether or not it's not a representative of me, or is it? That's the question, is what most people I think have. Why am I not my gender? It's not because I want to live myself as somebody else. It's the fact of the matter is I don't want to be myself when I'm into the virtual world. I want to be aesthetically pleasing to my eyes when I'm looking at my character, correct?
Yeah.
That's a very. By the way, Q, I see your thing that actually is on the docket next. I want to ask about what everyone's persona is. But when I was thinking about moons, it made me. Sorry if it's just going to get weird in a second, but it made me remember that Black Mirror episode. Have you seen Black Mirror, Moon?
I don't think so.
Okay, well,
It's a good show.
Real fast, it's like kind of a Twilight Zone show. There's one episode where these two guys are playing this fighting game, and they become pretty good at it. And well, they become pretty good at it. It's a funny way to describe this episode. TLDR: these one guy plays a girl in a fighting game, other guy plays a guy in a fighting game, but it's a VR fighting game. And as they're fighting each other, they're like, start fucking, and it becomes this whole thing where it's all like,
I'm sorry. How do you go from fighting to fucking?
I don't know. It's like that song, "Drink, Fight, Fuck."
Yeah.
Never mind.
And it becomes this whole thing where it's all like, it literally, and I'm not making it to myself. This literally is the plot point. Like, are they gay? Because it's like, one of them is a girl in the game, and they're not really having sex either.
There's a lot of
like,
tropes.
So
I mean, now
I'm
we
not
understand
lie,
all the tropes. That's not a real person. You could be a fucking guy or a girl or whatever behind that. We always understand and know this as far as like the online community playing on games and stuff like that, and people like falling for each other or like catfishing or whatever it is. You hear that all the time. I mean, honestly, when we're actually doing anything online, whatever we want to do, that's up to us. Who the fuck cares? We're doing whatever we want to do because it's our time to be who we want to be or not to be ourselves.
That's a really good take on it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad I asked you this because I would have not had as good a take on it. I mean, not as well worded of a take on it.
Everybody has a reason.
Yep.
But so anyways, so our personas don't have to exactly adhere to our IRL ourselves. So I've mentioned it in the past what my persona would be, but I've been thinking about it a lot more because I'm like kind of really want to like commission. Sorry, my mic. I'm like really not talking.
Why
about
did I picture you as one of those tanukis that you would see outside of somebody's house with their balls hanging out?
Oh, yeah. With their balls hanging out, yeah.
Well, it's a lucky thing. I mean, it's revered.
You make me sound like I'm a what's the
You're
word?
a tanuki.
No, not so much that. Yes,
you know those little ceramic things I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. They actually have them in Animal Crossing, but without the balls.
No, but go ahead. What were you going to be again?
I've been thinking about it a lot, like however weird or not weird that is, but I think it would. I don't want to say it because everyone's going to make fun of me, especially Jordan. But I think it would be. I think it would definitely be something rodent-y, and if it's not like a hamster or something, it would definitely be a rabbit. I've always wanted it to be a rabbit, but I don't want to open it up to all the Ruby jokes that I'm sure are going to come my way in like 2 seconds once it like catches up to the chat.
But let's put this into perspective. Bunnies, rabbits are
like crazy
subspecies of the rodent. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So your persona would be a rodent,
not a capybara.
I like capybaras. They're cute. Real capybaras are cute. I'm not sure what an anthropomorphized capybara would look like.
Largest one of them all. Not to say anything, but I mean,
what are you drawing, Jordan?
What? Trying Bible Black Horse. Isn't that what you wanted?
It looks like a dog. Oh wait, never mind. I see it now.
She's in a kind of sailor outfit, almost.
Yeah, it's the school. It's the school uniform.
Pleated skirt.
But
the academy uniform. Sorry.
She's got a tie.
Let me see. Wait, what's this about? This is big 4chan and non-vibes. Nobody clip that.
Horses have tails, right? Oh, they have the hairy tails. So.
Yeah, they've got
Well, it
like
depends on
there's
how.
like a knife at the end of them.
They could be braided. They could have cloth wrapped around them.
Anyways, sorry, I was reading
You
some of the
want it
chat
to
stuff.
be braided, Manuel, to fulfill your fantasy.
Yeah, make it
Whoa.
braided. I like the hair.
He's got a fantasy.
No, it's actually. I don't know if this is mildly TMI. They were braids, by the way. I don't know if this is mildly TMI. If anyone ever wanted to hear this, one of my it's filed under like because a friend of mine posted this before. It's like, oh, one of my one of his like oddly specific kinks is like the way some girls like do their hair, like not like do their hair like it's in a hairstyle, but the way they do it. And no joke, one of my weirdly specific things is when is like a girl who like when they tighten their ponytail. That has nothing to do with braids, but it might be about ponytails, horses. But yeah, anyways, because that a horse can tighten their ponytail. But anyways, that's one of my weirdly specific
ponytail or twin tail.
Kinks is the wrong word, but it's
twin
one of my
tail.
very specific
twin tails. There you go. Yeah.
Yes, that's a better way to put it. It's like, hey, and the levels of like it could be a cute thing. It could be like it doesn't have to be. Anyways, people are gonna make fun of me anyway. Jordan, what the fuck would be your Fursona?
No, you shouldn't ask me because like I don't think about this regularly. So like, give me some time.
Make it up now.
Ask everyone
okay,
else.
Well, make it up right frickin' now, okay?
Snakz, what's gonna be your Fursona?
I don't know, maybe something like a cat or something. I like a snake.
Cat.
Yeah, someone that like
What?
can backflip.
I do not have a twin tail fetish, by the way. Like, and I don't necessarily think that's a pedo thing. Just following on what Pleiades is going on in the chat about, but specifically, no. I'm actually obviously I don't mind twin tails, but I'm more of a single ponytail person. The thing about tightening a ponytail, I don't think you can really tighten twin tails. They're already there. But when you have a ponytail that's like in the back of your head, you know when you grab the ends to tighten it. Pleiades, I'm sure you could do this tomorrow. You have long hair. Tighten your ponytail, and I'll fucking love you forever.
Grab it from.
Anyways. Look at Q. Q's like never tighten your ponytail around Manny. See, I knew I shouldn't have said shit. Now I'm gonna be at a convention and someone's gonna tighten their ponytail in the hotel room. It's like, oh look, everyone do keep Manuel away. Like fuck you guys. I hate everyone.
Keep Manuel away.
Yeah, you would clomp to that.
Where's HR? What is this?
Actually, wait, let's hold up. Actually...
So you'd be a cat. Would you be a male cat?
No.
Snakz.
Yeah, someone who has a spear and backflips.
What? So you'd be like a warrior? That's a real.
And someone who works at McDonald's.
That's a weirdly specific.
And drives a Honda Civic. There we go.
Why pick such a basic life? I mean, more.
Yeah, that's what I would
do. Okay.
1998. Actually, I don't know what that looks like, but I'll just say that number.
I'm gonna look that up real fast. I need to see.
What is it actually? Does it actually? What does that actually?
It looks like the old ones you usually see around here.
Oh yeah, I've seen many of those exact cars in my life.
Yeah, that one. And it has to be. It's colored. It's like green colored too. And he listens to Slayer, and that's it.
It's funny you end with that. There's this song I really like by this band called Skyclad.
It was recently St. Patrick's Day, so here, have a St. Patrick's Day.
Oh look, give it St. Patrick's Furry. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day was
St. Patrick's Furry.
Same
it's
character.
Funny because a lot of my the Skyclad story doesn't matter. Get message me if you want to hear that. But I was just say there's a lyric about this.
Digital art was really popular back then.
Anyway.
Now it's really popular now.
But there's a song they did about this guy who sells his soul to the devil, but he has a green car, and there's a lyric about it how like not all the devils wear like black. But anyways, let's move on a bit. Because it's a bit more in this thing before we move on to like the other little topics we had. But Fursonas. The conventions. We'll close with that. Then we'll move on to the segments. The fur cons. That's been the big thing. I'm not gonna lie. Before I hand it off to Moon, because Moon is the one who knows the most, and then we'll just riff from there. It is my goal. Once the it's not even a goal per se. I'll do it once the Rona is done. I'm gonna go to a fur convention for the first time. I'm not sure which one.
Can I recommend a city first?
Yes. What city?
It's not going to be local.
Is it Chicago?
Chicago.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's gonna be
Hey,
Chicago.
hey,
It has to be Chicago.
I've been to anime cons in Chicago. It's pretty sick. I like
it's held in usually the same facilities as well. It's
at the
Midwest Fur Fest.
Is it at Rosemont?
Now it is. It used to be in a different area before, a couple of times. It's moved locations, but now it's by the airport.
I love Rosemont. Anyway.
I'm
I like that place because it has most of the usual suspects that I know. And we would be treated well and drink very well.
It's funny because I'm not sure if we were alive. I don't think we were alive yet. Moon described an experience he had at a Pittsburgh, right? Was it Pittsburgh? Was it a Pittsburgh fur convention about the beer one they were telling you about, like the bad area?
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
The only reason why I don't like Pennsylvania is because of the townships, and you can't buy beer and liquor in the same store. You have to go to separate places to get them. Beer and liquor and wine was close by the hotel, but I didn't want that. I wanted fucking beer. I like beer. So we had to go taxi to some other place. There's only 2 locations that were close by.
That's so silly.
It is. But because that's the way it is. That's weird. It's just a backward state. Kind of like when Utah used to be like 3.2% and stuff like that. Now it's a little lax and loose, but yeah, we went to the liquor store by taxi. The taxi cab driver asked us if he wanted to wait while we were inside. We're like, nah, you don't have to do that. It's like, are you sure? So we're like, nah, it's cool. We don't know what we want when we get in there. We're going to look at it and see what's going on, and then we'll come out. We'll call you before we get out. So we do that. Call him before we get out. Sit on the curb, waiting for him, and he's like, some old weird guy's coming up and he's all like, hey, can I get one of those beers? It's like, nah, actually, these are accounted for. We have to take them back. We can't come back with like missing pieces from the 6-pack, 12-pack case, whatever. It's not all our money. Bullshit. It was all our money. But
right.
Anyway, he's walking away, comes back and says, hey, you want a guy who's gonna do some rock? We're like, nah, it's cool, dude.
Daniel.
Thanks very much. Then the taxi cab driver pulls right up and saves us from this embarrassing situation that he was trying to save us from before he left. Are you sure? Wow. But no, the furry convention was great. Pittsburgh. It's Anthrocon, and it's the largest one in North America. And you can probably Google all kinds of shit on that.
Yeah, ladies is going on about the furry community in Pittsburgh. Go on, Jordan.
Say what you want about Pennsylvania, but they do have some nice people there.
They do, and I have some good friends who came from Pennsylvania, and some of them still live there.
Yeah. Pleiades is apparently from Pennsylvania, so
it's just the ordinances I'm not really savvy with.
I literally just said I'll go down there and tighten his ponytail. I'm not sure what that meant. I need to stop saying that because that's going to be used against me so many times. But no, I really want to go. There's a bunch in California. There's actually a bunch. Like some of them are really small though. I don't really have any like. There's that one that we mentioned in San Jose.
Was further confusion.
Yeah, apparently that is still there, but they're gone. I mean, they're gone obviously because of the right now.
Well, yeah,
so it won't be happening to 20. Yeah, it won't be happening in 2022. Apparently, they did do it in 2019, but then last year and this year were canceled because of the coronavirus. But next year we'll be back. Apparently,
cool.
So maybe that one.
The local con is not too kind of local. Our local con would have been Califer.
Yeah,
but I think that's defunct.
Yeah, I was gonna say Califer is the one that everyone was recommending.
Yeah, that was the SoCal area.
Yeah,
LA area.
But I think that, like you said, I think that one was defunct even before the Rona. So yeah.
Now I've been to conventions there. I've even gone to Oklahoma, Alabama, fucking Germany.
Oh my God! Wow. You really traveled for
Germany. It was a place called Suhl. It was like a lodge in the middle of the woods. It was a really cool place to go for a convention. Lots of European furs from there.
Wouldn't a furry con be safe by default? Well, we discussed this earlier. Not everyone at a fur convention would wear a fursuit. They're actually
not everybody. I didn't.
Depending on who the furry, obviously it's like cosplayers too. Like we keep saying that, but depending on who the
fursuiters, we'll call them fursuiters.
Yeah, depending on who the fursuiter might be, there is a bit of like maybe they'd be a little too like can't think of the word, like a bit too hoity-toity about like, oh, look at me, I have the fursuits, I'm hanging out with the fursuits. Not all of them are like that, but some of them I do know are like I people whenever I try to get into the fandom, they're like, oh, be careful with so and so, like they're very cliquish because they have the expensive fursuits, which always strike me as weird. How the hell do you clean those? And I know there are ways to clean them, but it's
You
just
don't do things that are going to get them fucked up, for one.
yeah, you have to be
Because if you're spending hundreds to
how does
thousands of
one-
dollars on them, the last thing
how
you
does-
want to do is fucking the fursuit.
exactly. Oh, like how does one have sex in there? Apparently, the answer is you don't. You maybe joke around with that for a video or two, and then you're all like, I mean, like a video where you're clothes, and then you're like, okay, let's actually take the fursuit off because this cost me like thousands of dollars.
Well, it's uncomfortable. Think of all the normal people who are doing mascotting anyway, and how hot you get in those things. And if you don't have things, some people get crafty and they have air-cooled fans, which helps out a lot. But you have to remember, though, even a fan on just on your head, if the rest of the body's hot, you're still going to get a lot of heat exhaustion from that, no matter what. So you have to really pace yourself and do what is right.
Pace yourself. It's like when if you have sex with a member of like Ghost or Slipknot, it's like, do they keep the mask on during sex or not? And
yeah, Manuel, is that what you think about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will they tighten their ponytails anyways? But no, anyone who wants to party with me at a fur convention, let me know. It'll be fun. And it won't be
Well, the invitation's there. If it's open, we go, we check it out.
Let's all go.
I can go see some friends I haven't seen in a long time. You can meet them.
Yeah, it's definitely happening.
They're not going to fuck you or yiff you or whatever it is if you're worried about it.
I don't intend to go there for sex. Surprisingly, like once again, I don't intend to go there for that.
Nobody does. A lot of people just go because they have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, children go there too. It's not always just adults.
Yeah.
Just fucking being obscene, nuisances to everybody else.
There's a very famous picture of Violent J from Insane Clown Posse, and he has like a legitimate like ICP fursuit because his daughter, who was very young, I think when they pictured, well, not very young, but young when they pictured took this picture. And they were at a fur. He went to a fur con with her, and he wore the fursuit. Was totally game. Wasn't there like for ICP, was just there, to hang out with with his daughter at a fur convention. So yeah, it's I forgot why I brought that up, but
because it was an ICP fursuit or something like that, right?
Well, I didn't.
Kind of had like the make the clown sort of
Juggalo.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's
odd.
I brought it up because the kid thing. That's what I brought it up for, because there are kids there. That's why I brought it up. But yeah, so it doesn't have to be like that. And we talked about this earlier. It kind of bothers me, and even though we joke about it here, that like the fandom always gets like knocked because of the worst things. It's like, imagine if all you knew about anime conventions from like 10 years ago were the Homestuck trolls. It's like that. Like, sure, they're there, and and by ratio, there's more of them because just by ratio, there's more people at an anime convention. But the entire anime convention is not glomping and Homestuck trolls, unless you went to a really bad one and like who knows where, Homestuck Con. But anyways, let's move
Probably
on.
One held at a Motel 6 or something.
Yeah.
We have a few other like mini topics to cover tonight, and I kind of forgot that we had these other.
What
topics.
happened to the rest of the program?
Well, we still have time. We're gonna cover it.
Oh, there we go. So we still have time on this topic. Wow.
No, well, I don't think we have time on this one.
We have time.
We'll definitely circle back to making fun of me before we're done. I'm sure of that. But let's move on a bit and talk about our JV actresses of the week.
So when you go to your very first furry convention, are you going to have a nickname? What would be your badge name if you went to one?
Alifer.
Which one?
Alifer.
That's a really good one. That for some reason sounds like it would be a persona.
Say it again.
Alifer.
He said Alifer.
Alifer.
For those who don't know, Alavic is usually my like RPG name, or like even all my usernames are Alavic_222.
Okay.
So it'd be Alifer. That.
No, that's fine. It actually works.
Alavic doesn't. I guess Alavic is a character in D&D or whatever, but yeah, it would be the furry version of Alavic. In an alternate universe, he was a bunny, and he did bunny things. So yeah,
kind of giving me memories of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Do you remember the barbarian in Baldur's Gate?
No.
The one with the hamster?
Oh, I do remember actually, as you mentioned that. Yeah.
You'd be the hamster.
I'd be the hamster. I'd be Oliver. But yeah, the JV. God damn it. The rodent of the week. I literally said the rodent of the week. Oh my god. Hold on, Emmanuel. Breathe. Okay, the JAV actress of the week this time. From now on, the new segment will be like, the rodent of the week. It'll be a new furry thing, a new Fursona that we're covering.
Exactly.
You can come with us, Q. Read some of the chat, real making fun of Manuel. Yeah, exactly. Jodor. I forgot. Jodor is my new D&D character name. It's my random off character thief because I wanted a rogue. Sorry, rogue. It's the type of character I never played before. But anyways. Anri Okita is our JV actress of the week. You got a picture up the Snakeo?
Yes, I do.
So yeah.
You have many?
Tonight, no, we just have
when she was active, was she a favorite?
No, it's funny you say that because I'd heard of her. For those who don't know, she's a now retired JV actress.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard of her off and on, mainly because some of her she was big around the same time Hitomi Tanaka was becoming big.
Right. Well, they're good friends too.
They're really good friends,
and featured in a number of films together.
Yeah. And I remember that was around the time I was into JV because that was around the time when I was an adult, about becoming an adult. I mean to say. Becoming an adult with Hitomi Tanaka. That'd be a funny title for a video.
They share a video together, and it's one of the greatest pieces of cinema history.
Everyone go look it up and go Google that one.
Yeah, that's actually, man.
But
I
picked
Things haven't been the same since.
I picked her specifically because
more milk than a dairy.
Yeah.
Me, Moon, and Snakz shared a hotel room together at Sakura-con. Sounds weird.
We didn't do anything explicit. Why you gotta share this?
Yes, we shared a hotel room together. Sakura-con.
But no, I remember Moon brought up Anri Okita a few times. He's was talking about her pictures or whatever like that. I remember you kept talking about her pictures. She has really good pictures, which she does. And I think it was through you I mainly saw most of them because I think I'd only ever heard of her through Hitomi Tanaka, that video they did together, and literally as in if you like Hitomi, you'll like Anri. But I never really got into her just because of time. I don't know how else to put it, but yeah. So yeah,
this weren't big enough.
She didn't look like a horse or what?
She needed more fur. She needed rabbit ears.
Get that anal tail plug.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but and I'm not gonna lie, this was gonna be more of a briefer segment. But then I found out when I was doing the research on this, I was talking more about Sakura-con when they drank without me. But I looked into it and
she's still sour about that.
Oh, I keep bringing it up. She's done a lot. First of all, she was in Episode Moose Cats, which is a JV gravure idol group.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that she has solo music. She has a solo album, and I think couple singles. But yeah, she has an album.
Her first single.
Do you have her? Do you know where it is?
It's either in my messy stack of discs on my desk or in my room in a stack of mess over there. Oops. You want me to find it?
No, it's fine.
You can talk. I can go find it. You'll just have this little box of my window back here.
It's fine.
But yeah, there's and she's been in a couple live action movies. Apparently, she was in Assassination Classroom. Is that what you call it? The anime?
The anime, yeah.
But she was in the live action version. She was in the live action one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A snuff film?
No.
No, it's an anime.
Kind of.
Well, yeah, isn't it about the teacher kills them or some shit like that?
I don't actually know. I don't actually
know the basic plot of it only. Isn't that the plot though? Isn't the teacher kill them randomly or something? I don't know. Anyways, I'm making that up. But anyways, she was in that. And she's also I believe she's a streamer too now, right? Isn't she? She definitely
No.
Which one?
Is she?
Anri? No, I don't think so.
Well, she has a YouTube channel. She's probably not a streamer. I just assumed that because she has a YouTube channel with videos about other stuff, and she does a lot. She's pretty. I'm don't get me wrong. People could obviously retire from that and do a lot of the great things. We have a couple people we're talking about in a minute, but it just blew my mind how much he's doing.
Which one? Anri or
Anri?
Yua?
Yeah.
Oh, Anri. Okay.
We'll talk about Yua in a second, but Anri, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, impressive because Anri does have a 2-year and 10-month-old daughter.
Yep. She's
kind of like the Omori Seiko of AV, I guess, post AV.
You in the chat's all like, I don't know how people keep tails in their butts. And for the record, usually there's a butt plug attached, and if you don't know what a butt plug looks like, it's as the word describes. There's the pluggy part, and then it gets kind of narrow at the base. And the idea is once you put it in, the larger part versus it keeps in because the bigger part's already inside you, and the smaller part has hopefully your butt has closed around the smaller part. So yeah. Knowledge is power.
Tapered.
That's why I know that.
Just tapered.
Manuel has experience. Good for him.
Take my drink quietly.
You came to this podcast prepared.
But you're going to close out the Anri Okita thing. Go look her up. Let's go around the etchy internet because I want to go on about this. Now, Snakz already gave it away. This is usually the part where we tease our next episode. But we're not doing that because I'm not sure exactly. It's all up in the air because Snakz is leaving us. Shed a tear.
Yeah.
He's guilting you.
Well,
No.
the show is changing one way or the other. Either Snakz is leaving us, or we're moving a date. So, but more than likely, Snakz is going to leave us because I don't even want to leave Friday. But
you have prior commitments now.
So yeah.
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, we could move the date, but like Friday's kind of.
We're gonna have to talk when this is done. We'll talk next week, obviously, because next week is our off week anyway. But let's talk. So this segment in between is not going to be our tease segment because last time we teased the furry thing. But this time we're gonna talk about around the etchy internet.
I love the caption.
The segment we mentioned a while ago. Now, this is the fun. There's some easier ones that we're gonna cover in a second. But Nono Sasake, she's an idol from Equals Love. Equal Love is the way you pronounce that, right?
Yeah.
And that's the idol group that Rino Sashihara produces. And she was graduating recently. They already announced it in February. But apparently she was caught doing compensated dating, for those who don't know. She was paid to go out with an older man and yeah.
Oh, she's doing that Papakatsu stuff.
You know the word. I was gonna Yes, Papakatsu. Explain what Papakatsu is, Snakz.
Papakatsu is like men who have money to pay for. They basically pay good-looking women to go out to dinner with them. That's the most.
Like an
sugar
escort.
daddy.
Yeah. That's what that is. It's just Papa. That's just what that is. They just take them out to dinner, and then that's pretty much it. But there's like sometimes they go a little further, and then they've got like agencies for that so that they prevent that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's mostly what that is. It's just either to go out to like lunch or dinner.
She got blasted for that?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't really like
the innocent part of it. She got blasted for. That's fucked.
Yeah, because it's seen like weird or something, especially.
Well, it is. It's just a service for lonely guys who don't want to eat alone or some shit.
Yeah.
Or just want to look good by having a good-looking date to go where they're going when they're eating.
Damn, that sucks.
It is weird, but it's shit. What the fuck? If people are paying for it, what business is it of yours?
Exactly. It's actually funny you bring that up because it's kind of tied. Like these all tied. I picked these three stories we're talking about like really carefully. The next one we're going to talk about very briefly is Chisato Morishita. She was an ex-race queen. For those who know what a race queen is basically in Japan. Mm-hmm. Like, do we even have those here? It's like imagine the models who are like on the cover of like Lowrider or something like that. You know?
Oh my god!
Like the Laker, Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders or something, right?
Yeah,
the current BMW racer. For their team,
it's a model who typically will wear sexy versions of a race outfit, and they'll pose with the car.
Pose with car.
Yeah, it's a sexy car model. Those exist here too. We just don't call them
import.
And all the car shows in Japan and most of Asia that have cars usually have sexy girl to go with it too.
It's just a weird term to say, like, in English. So I just want to explain what a race queen was before I move further. But she's also was a Gravure idol, which is obviously a very similar thing, but more just just pictures, or anything that's like doesn't have to be sexualized, but yeah, anything like that. She's running for Japan's House of Representatives. And you might have heard about the story. I think even Leslie shared it. If she's still in the chat, I think Leslie even shared it herself, because the whole angle is like, former Gravure idol is a politician now, and of course the picture they chose is not a current picture of her. It's like her in a bikini, from like 15 years ago or whatever.
Shitty. No, not for her campaign.
Exactly.
Yeah. They just
Not for her campaign.
No.
Just
they're just
the newspaper article or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And usually the English speaking ones, because it's
Show the worst possible photo for a political career.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can denigrate somebody even more.
Thank you. But yeah, it bothered me when I saw that story, and I'm like, okay, like, yeah, she first of all, it doesn't even matter if she was a porn actress. I'm not saying that would make it. Oh, you call her out for that. But it's like all she did was modeling. Even it's like I don't get why people are all like, oh, well, let's focus on this and publish all these stories on it. And of course it plays into the whole wacky Japan thing. If you read it in English, it's like, oh, look at this. They got like a well, actually it wasn't them. Like Taiwan got the cosplayer politician. It's like, oh, look, Japan's getting the Gravure politician. It's like, no, they're getting a politician. She just happened to have been a Gravure idol at one point.
And who knows? She might actually have some good ideas on how to properly represent people in the industry.
Exactly.
I guess they fear women, period, though.
I
mean, we do know how their society is based as far as how politicians work.
I know, play these women.
We saw it with the prime example from the president or the person at the head of the committee for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Faux pas. That cost him his job.
Pleiades is mentioning how there's a guy running for Japanese government during. I think it's for the same, not for the same position, but it's also somebody running for the House of Representatives. By the way, I think the elections happen the elections happen yearly here too. But anyways, there's an election coming up. But he's saying that there's somebody running in full Joker makeup in commercials now. To be fair, we have politicians like that too in the U.S. It's just that they're usually more on a local level, and we usually don't vote for them, like usually. But there've been a couple. Like if you go to like some of the internet, go look up something on YouTube, and you'll find like, oh, that time we elected a meme, or there's a ton of them. Once again, usually
Could you imagine what life would have been like if Jesse Jackson made it for president?
It would have been a totally different world for starters.
I don't know if it would have been great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not sure he was competent.
Yeah,
nothing against. Well, Jesse Jackson was kind of touch and go as far as how he was. So
I watched. I watched the new Last Week Tonight the other night.
How about Mitt Romney? Yay, we got Mitt Romney! Oh my god!
I watched the Last Week Tonight, and John Oliver was talking about Tucker Carlson being a possible presidential candidate for 2024, and I'm like, not Tucker.
I heard that
Tucker Carlson
rumor being floated around. I would be like,
go Google that on your own. That's not for this podcast. But anyways, in a similar vein, actually in a more positive vein, not a similar vein, in a more positive vein, Yua Mikami. For those who don't know, she's the former idol turned JV actress, does porn. Is an active porn star, by the way. She has not retired.
Damn, she got the Rookie of the Year when she started.
Yeah, she she
cried when she got the award.
Yep.
Amazing work all around. She also had, I think they're disbanded right now. They're very least on hiatus. The K-pop group Honey Popcorn, but she has a new fashion line. It's called Me Yours. I'm not sure how that's how you pronounce it. But it's like M-I yours, but Me Yours. The entire first run is sold out. I only found out about this now, like when I was doing the research for this, but it's all sold out. And
she's a hot item. She's still popular with people who aren't even into AV, who just like her for who she is.
She's also in Yakuza.
Ooh. Oh, I thought you meant I was so confused for a second. No, he means the game, but yes. I thought you meant she's like, I mean, who knows? But I thought you meant she's also like, a member of the Japanese mafia. But anyway.
You mean when you go to the adult store?
Yeah, there's like Yeah, there's like an online chatting room, and you can join her
Oh,
cam room, and the mini game is just you typing stuff in to say to her. It's funny.
interesting.
Yeah.
Mia Khalifa for house rep. Anyways, I'm sorry to read some of the chat stuff. But yeah, I wonder what the design. I looked some of it up. If you're into fashion, I doubt I'll buy any of it, but it's really cool. Go support her or whatever. Support everyone. Support everyone. Let's all be positive here.
Yeah.
But I want to move on to like probably our last big segment. I'm not sure how versed Moon is with eroge, but
Not really.
we have an eroge recommendation of the week, and it's
I
Bible.
think I was too drunk to even pay attention to your panel when I went to it that time we went.
Well, this week we're talking about Bible fucking Black. I'm sure you've at least heard of Bible Black. Sorry,
Just the King Crimson album.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to do a DTL presentation on this guy, but as far as I know, when did the album come out? The King Crimson Bible Black album.
Fucking late
think one of
70s,
the-
early 80s? Shit.
Because there was a band called Bible Black, and it was made up.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Don't know him, though.
But one of the band members was a singer by the name of Jeff Fenholt. He's very famous for being a member of Black Sabbath and also for being the first Jesus in the Broadway version of Jesus Christ Superstar. So he was like,
wait a minute, go back again.
He was in Black Sabbath. He was like an unrecorded vocalist. Like
You talk about Deep Purple's singer who is Ian Gillan.
Ian Gillan was also in Black Sabbath, and he was also Jesus.
Yeah, he did Born Again with Black Sabbath.
But I know this is so confusing. But Jeff Fenholt was the first Broadway Jesus, like on stage, and he started a band called Bible Black. And TLDR, Bible Black has been all over metal, but it's also the name of an eroge anime. Jordan, how much do you love Bible Black?
It's pretty good. The animation and the amount that you get.
I'm sorry, I haven't looked at the art for a while. This is going in the bank.
Yeah,
art style's pretty damn good. Yeah.
But I love it, and I'm not gonna lie. Like when I first watched it, it really spoiled me on hentai because hentai is really horrible animation most of the time.
Yeah.
But Bible Black had really good animation, at least especially relatively speaking. I love that TV. Is that a monitor? That's like an early 2000s monitor.
Yeah. So this is like this photo I found was someone playing on like a old monitor, and I was like, that's just the way it is, man. That's like the best experience. No widescreens. Gotta play it on that nice big fat monitor, man.
On a CRT.
Yeah, I played on the CRT.
I mentioned this before. Like
that's the only way to play Atari games. On an old school 2600.
Well,
on a CRT.
That's one of the legit only ways to play a game.
With that shitty little fucking cable thing that goes like that on the goddamn.
Oh yeah.
RCA jacks? No. UHF, VHF. With the little switch box.
Apparently
damn.
Apparently Bible Black
That's old.
Bible Black is named after the King Crimson album, according to the chat.
1974 is when it was released.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Choco says as well.
Apparently
Starlight.
It's a fantastic album too. So if you like progressive rock, it's classic.
The other Bible Black band is like a metal band. It's like more of a 70s, 80s metal band. So you can check them out too. Like they're okay. It's just mainly crazy that this Jesus guy, he actually is like, Christian singer on top of that, was like trying to do metal shit like all of his life after playing
Sounds
Jesus.
like fucking Striper.
I know, exactly.
Fuck that shit. You know who did a good job of doing like metal rock type stuff, but had that whole religious background, but you didn't know it unless you read the lyrics?
Who?
Testament.
Oh
yeah.
Testament was fucking good, actually. They weren't too preachy.
I thought you were gonna say Flyleaf, but
Testament. They're still around too. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, they are.
Flyleaf.
I guess that's a testament to them.
Oh my god, that was a bad joke.
I know. I had to pull him out.
That's a great joke. But yeah, Bible Black was amazing. I remember the first time I played it. Well, I mentioned it many times before. Like me and our friends used to watch this all the time. Like as a group to like just laugh at. or like, because the first of all, if you ever watched the anime dubbed, it's terrible.
Hey,
Terrible.
I love the dub.
Terrible, and that's worth watching on its own. But I remember playing the game for the first time. I was like, why is there so much story? And like,
Yeah.
I played for about 6 hours until I finally fucked someone, and then when I fucked someone, they killed me because they put a spell on. This is in game, mind you. Obviously, it's not Manuel's
Fucking
not
Black Widow, praying mantis. What the fuck, dude?
But this girl took me to the roof of the school.
Yeah, that's the ending. A lot of
Cast a spell on me where she fucks you to death, and like she basically makes you come to death, and like
and she stabs you too. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's one of the obviously it's one of the first endings
It's
you can get.
It's the easiest ending. Yeah.
If you choose the wrong thing the first time, it's like you're fucked to death. But yeah.
So you come to death and then you get stabbed.
Yeah, because you're part of like the ritual and stuff. Yeah.
What a way to go.
It reminds me, apparently in that one show, that Amazon Prime show about superheroes, apparently some dude is like, some chick's like sitting on his face or whatever, and I guess she has like superpowers and she crushes his head between like while she's sitting on his face. And those
like
two
a fucking grape.
Yeah, because she's a superhero, and those two ways are the ways I would probably want to go if I had to choose.
Yeah, it reminds me also of American Horror Story.
It looks like The Boys, but yeah, apparently somebody got like yeeted like that. The one show about games and thrones on HBO.
Yeah, that one show about the thrones and the.
He's making fun of me because I didn't know the name of the show, The Boys. Sorry.
Describe your term eroge for me one more time, because I was probably incoherent the last time.
Eroge is just like, first of all, it's a portmanteau of erotic games, so it's just literally any sort of erotic.
Just games, basically.
Yeah, most of them are
okay. Erogaming.
Style.
I get
it. Erotic game. Yeah.
Got it.
But not all of them have to be visual novels. This particular one is a visual novel, where it's a lot of story. I actually love the story of Bubba Black. I could fucking like. I want to play this game again.
We've come a long way since Leisure Suit Larry.
He's still making games too.
Fun fact about Leisure Suit Larry: my very first internet presence, I wrote a strategy guide, which I think is still on GameFAQs, GameFAQs.com. I wrote a strategy guide for the proto Leisure Suit Larry called Soft Porn Adventure.
What?
Not making that up. I wrote an FAQ, a walkthrough. This is like literally 20 plus years ago. I wrote because at the time.
How young were you then?
Yeah, were you like in your 30s? You in your 30s?
I was literally like 12, 13. I was really young.
You are a sick bastard.
And I was playing Soft Porn Adventure, which, by the way, is a text game.
Probably had Hustler magazines hidden under your bedsheet covers.
Oh, I've actually told stories. Actually, I don't think we were live. I told stories about like, my dad hiding like porn like when I was younger, and I remember I really want that porn now. Like, not like I want that porn, but it was such cool retro porn. Like he had this like you know, like a viewfinder, but it was like only for one picture, and it was just like some picture of like a naked lady. I'm sure the thing was like from the 70s, and it was like this little viewfinder you put up to the light, and it was like one little picture, like one negative type thing. You put it to the thing, and it was like a chick who was naked, like kind of sort of spread eagled, like a real woman, but yeah, like a picture. But I would love.
You can get novelties like that in some fucking theme parks where you can get your own picture stuck in.
It's not retro anymore.
Or like the pen.
Like, I'm positive everyone, including my dad, threw that away like ages ago. But I would have loved to have that.
Yep. Turn the pen.
The spread eagle. The boom that Manuel is from the big. Shut up! Not that old.
Yeah, I have that game on GOG too. I haven't played it. It came in like a package.
Soft porn?
Yeah.
Well, soft porn's usually given out with any like package that includes Leisure Suit Larry, because it's like the literally Leisure Suit Larry was like a remake of Soft Porn Adventure, but they gave the main character because it was just like you. But yeah. If you want to get really old school, like I said, play Soft Porn Adventure. I think it's like freeware. You can go download it legally for free right now. But
freeware.
It's
freeware.
Activision freeway?
Yeah.
It's literally a text adventure though. Like it's just all text. Like, go west, use rubber. I'm not making it up. That actually was a thing because like they called the condom a rubber. It's like use rubber. Like fuck prostitute. I'm actually not making that up either. Those like real commands that you would do in this game. But anyways,
Sounds like Zork.
exactly. It was like a parser, like 2-word like thing you would do. Go north, go south, use rubber, like chew gum.
Hit an invalid fucking command and it won't respond.
Yeah.
Gum, eat hot chip and lie.
Stew gum.
Anyways, moving off Bible Black. Everyone play Bible Black. I'm not sure if you can anymore, like legally.
You can find. Well,
Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think you can buy it. I don't think there's any like company that.
You mean out of print?
To be fair, I definitely.
It's been Dr. Seuss, man. It's like those 6 fucking books.
To be fair, I definitely. Oh my god. To be fair, I definitely bought it. But let's look back at Jordan's art, and he already put the manga reps, on there. But let's look at Jordan's art. I'm not gonna lie, the detail on that dress is fucking awesome.
No, that's actually pretty damn good. I like it. It's awesome.
It's also a horse.
I can't believe it. I didn't. I only referenced. I had to go on Google.
Crazy Kermit's kind of fun too, though.
Oh, thank you. I really like Kermit on the side. I had to go up on Google, look up anthropomorphic horse. I only saw men horse, and I was just like, all right, I'll work with this.
Ooh, there's some good ones out there.
There are.
Mm-hmm.
only Bada ones though. So as far as I saw.
What about the hermaphrodite horses? You get the best of both worlds.
Are we giving the characters names? Because like, is Bible Black Horse Girl getting a name? What is the Bible Black main character's name? Does she have
a package under that skirt?
I mean, she could. That's just our little secret.
We ain't judging here, yeah. Bible Black.
I can just real quick.
Oh god, no. Whatever. Make it work.
The main character. Wait, that's the guy. Kurumi? Oh, Kurumi. No, I don't like that name.
Oh, Imari. Yeah.
Imari. Well, Imari. Let's work with Imari. What do we call the horse? Emer.
Oh, Emary.
There you go. Her name is Mary. That this is now Jordan's Fursona because he never answered us. I just remember that right
Mary. Now. Spelled how?
Imare. Actually, I don't know.
Imare.
How would we spell Mary?
So it'll be okay. So I think it'll be the hiragana for E, and then the rest is English. So
yeah,
like Mari, Mary.
Yeah, Mary.
Mary.
Like straight up, she's.
This is your persona, Jordan, and like you said,
a horse persona.
Yeah, like horse persona.
I got it.
The Academy.
I'm going to clomp that. And the other cheetah girl is just trying to like she's one of the cheetah man's wives. If you don't know what cheetah man is, this is very horrible.
She's just game. Like ultra kawaii. She just
Action
doesn't know anything but being cute.
Too. And then there's like Kermit who wants to get in on that. Want a frog in your throat? It ain't easy.
Oh man,
how's the song?
It ain't easy being queasy.
Wow. No, there's that movie where he sings that song with the rainbows. How's the song go? Anyways, no one seen
Why there's so many rainbows?
Yeah, no, do you know this? Yeah.
No, I've been watching that guy that goes around as Kermit on Omegle. And then like jerks off in the camera.
Rainbow Connection, thank you, Rainbow Connection. That's the name of that song. But yeah.
Oh lordy. You're like, yeah, okay.
Anyways, so the last part before we start really wrapping this up is our hentai recommendation of the week, and this is what are the numbers? 209691. Let me look this up. 209691 hentai. Let's see what we got.
Trying to make it look long because
and hentai. Is this orgy? What is this? Like wait, whoa.
The first one is only 4 pages long. Wait, is that the one that I posted? No.
The first one is pretty longer. It's pretty longer, but yeah, it's like this pretty thick. I don't know what the fuck she is, but she looks cool. She has like a very. What is she? Hold on. Is this like a Final Fantasy thing? I saw a Final Fantasy thing.
Oh, that one. So the first one is by Shindal, or Shindal. The the artist for I think I'm saying this right. The artist for the famous number one, the 177013.
Yeah.
She's the one that also I think she also does a lot of like furry stuff too. Pretty impressive what she got going on.
How do you know? Apparently, Pleiades knows who the artist is, Shindo.
Yeah, Shindo.
But also for the record, the character, she's a Clara, which is one of the races in Final Fantasy IX. If you're a weeb like that,
they're like force hybrid looking.
Yeah. Exactly. Did you know this already? I mean,
I didn't. I just pulled it because I was like, oh, I remember this artist, and I was like looking for something that was relatively like clean, and I was like, okay, here we go.
And 214991. What is this? Oh, hold on. I picked up the wrong thing.
I don't remember what this one was. I remember. I think I just saw it.
No.
The
thing. This looks like what is this? Friends. It's called
what?
Friends.
Oh yeah, that one's by Turtle Fish Paint or Pochi. No, is it Pochigoya? No, Pochigoya is different.
I'm not gonna lie, the art inside. Oh, that's a big dick.
Yeah, this one's the parody of Kimono Friends.
The art inside of it looks a bit different than the cover. I wasn't expecting this. Oh, damn.
Okay. And then the name Kemonoko is a series, so you can look that up on your own time.
You flatter us, our lowly milk which we secrete. What is this dialogue?
I don't know, man. Someone subbed it.
You two are clearly animals capable of producing milk, yet you're lapping up a lion's. Yeah. C word. Oh my god, that's a lot. Sorry. Sorry. Don't.
That's a lot.
Yeah. He. Wait. Is this like a Futanari stuff? Because this chick, this dude, the person with the penis that they're using also has huge honking titties. But yeah. Anyways, pronouns are they. Everyone go look at these. They're both great. I approve of them both. I mean, not that really matters, but they're both great. Everyone go check those out. What else is on our little docket tonight? I keep saying docket like I sound like a boomer. That's pretty much it. We'll start wrapping it up. Everyone go tighten your ponytails. What's coming up this tomorrow we're doing DTL. Everyone please watch DTL tomorrow. I'm going to talk about my favorite movies. It's Guilty Pleasures. And I kind of do a fast one on you guys because I can't really talk about my true guilty pleasure movies because it's not moving on Twitch, but I'm going to talk about that at the end of my presentation. But I'm going to tell you guys my favorite director and my two favorite movies of all time. And you'd probably be shocked once again because nobody expected me to talk about Black Mirror.
Are they good?
I think they're fucking... Well, one of them, first of all, they're both very different from each other, even though they're both directed by the same person. But one of them is good in a bad way. And one of them, I think, is legitimately just good. So, yeah.
I hope you can't hear the train.
Oh, what is that? Yeah, I heard
it. Yeah, we heard the train. That thing is that. I remember. That thing's loud.
Anyways, what's new with you, Snakz? Are you streaming anymore?
Probably not. I think I'll take a break for a while so I can work on changing the stream up a bit. But yeah, that's not much going on. No, hell no.
He's gonna become a cat VTuber.
Hell no. Don't forget, works at McDonald's. Yeah, works at McDonald's, uses a spear and drives a 95 Honda Civic.
What does he use the spear for if he's like in modern times?
He's a fisherman.
Okay. Be a manual. Nobody be a manual VTuber. Nobody wants that.
Someone just get Manuel's face and then just live 2D rig his face to be a VTuber.
No, what's her face already did this.
I know.
Yeah, I should send it to you and you could like fuck with it or something like that and do something really funny with it.
I still have to make her something to use.
What's her face? Yeah, I called her what's her face. Nobody tell her I said that. There's this running joke that I don't know Kelly's name. It's actually, if you watch DTL, it's even funnier because she's right there, and I'll call everyone but her Callie at some point. But never her, and it's not intentional. I just don't remember. To be fair, I don't remember anyone's name, which is also why I'm calling other people Callie. But I never call her Callie.
That's fucked up.
But yeah, I called her "What's her face?" Anyway. There have been literal times I'm like, "You person, girl," and she gets really mad. But I'm being serious. Like I don't remember her name.
Getting old, Manuel. You gotta.
No, I was like this when I was still a teenager. This is just the way Manuel is. But no, there was this thing I was making fun of. What was it that I can't remember that? But I wrote my Blackmore's Night presentation from like memory, and there was like somebody was asking me about song lyrics. Like, I think it was like Warren was asking for something, and I quoted it directly. And it's totally selective memory that I choose to remember. I just don't care to remember people's names. Like somewhere internally, not like I do it consciously, but somewhere internally, I do not care about your name. Anyways, you can call me Alifer in person. I don't fucking care.
Aloe or Ali?
Alifer.
Alifer.
anyways.
Like Lucifer, Alifer.
Yeah, Moon. What are you gonna be doing? You should become a VTuber. You should start streaming your adventures.
My adventures.
Yeah.
Like what adventures? I'm just like doing what you do, being drunk and just having fun.
Yeah,
There you go.
I somehow built a tiny empire out of that.
I don't usually walk around with camera or like, hey, look at me with my, I'm too busy. And most times I'm usually somewhere where people don't want to be on camera anyway.
Manuel's famous what? I want to hear what.
And I'm not very good at censoring, so I never post anything because I don't censor shit.
If Manuel ever made an AV, you'll just know it's his because of his famous top-down picture views.
Oh yeah.
Filmed from up here.
And you just see him holding it the entire time.
Yeah.
We see it every time on display for his Facebook icon.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Well, to be fair, my Facebook picture is actually a normal picture. It's me. I gotta change it because it's old as fuck now. And Koto's retired. She already retired.
Did she retire?
She's retiring soon. It's me, Koto, and Saki Kisa. But that picture's pretty old. It's a normal picture though. Like, it's actually funny because I wanted to take a selfie, and it's not that they wouldn't let me. I've taken selfies with Koto before, but the place we were at, the roof was so low. You can kind of see it in the picture. Like, if I went like that, first of all, I couldn't go like that. I would go like this, and I'd be touching the roof already. So yeah, it was a tiny ass. It was like
fucking basement.
No, it was like a house on top of a building. Like, we had to go up. Like, it was a building. You go up these stairs on the side, and it's like this tiny, like, you've probably seen it like in movies, like the tiny little shacks they have. Like, it wasn't a shack, but the tiny, I don't know what to call it. The tiny little, not quite. You didn't think people like live in their buildings on top of a roof. It was in one of those. That was her office, or like her manager's office.
Interesting.
I'm ragging on Koto. Sorry, sorry, Koto. And it was so full. They had like suitcases with all the costumes everywhere. It was. Oh yeah. Anyways.
Memory lane.
Yeah, I don't want to rag on Koto. She's awesome. Her management's awesome, and I apologize if I made it sound like they work out of a shack. Oh wow, Manuel's favorite director has a lot of films. Hey, how do you know? Anyways, do you know my director? Did I say who it was? Anyways, Jordan, are you gonna be streaming anytime soon?
I'm not gonna be streaming, but I can't really say anything yet. I'll let you know. I'll let you know after next week Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I've just been busy with other things.
You got a first future as a furry artist.
Yeah.
No,
you certainly do, sir.
I don't want to.
You can do good at a convention.
Oh my god! I'll just be there, just drawing and just handing out these things. Like, here, man. Like,
you people would love it. Actually,
you want
they would totally dig it. If you're just sitting out there in the lobby and just drawing and giving shit away, they would totally love that stuff.
Yeah, people just come by and be like, "Hey, can you just draw this real quick?" It's like, "Yeah, sure, I'm here." Why not?
PR for yourself anyway.
I'm just gonna go to conventions. I'm not even gonna like be selling anything. I'm just be giving stuff away for free at a booth. I'll just pay for the booth for that weekend, and just be like, yeah, whatever, fuck it.
So people would be curious and they'd say like, I want something. I don't care what it is. Just give me.
Yeah, you guys just want to.
And they'd be like, cool. Where can I find more?
Like, oh yeah, you can just go find me on furaffinity.com or.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. This show's been a lot of fun. I'm so sad Snakz will probably not be here for. Or at the very least, the show's gonna have to change one way or another, and we have to talk about it next week.
Well,
That's
I've never
sad.
shared the screen with him before.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
This is the
I shared
fourth
my
episode
car door the
of-
last time I saw him.
Yeah.
This is the fourth episode of it. Well, this is the
We spoke
fifth,
for about a
technically.
half an hour through the door.
Melty
Yo,
Blood?
Melty.
You still want to play? I'll link the stuff.
We still need to.
Okay,
what
I'll
the fuck?
play.
Anyways, okay, there you
Play
go.
what?
Anyway,
Melty Blood.
Melty Blood.
It's a fighting
Oh, I thought you
game.
were talking about your little D&D session you wanted to get going.
Oh,
Oh no,
no.
that is happening
the
somewhere else.
dragons and never mind.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Dragons
Yeah,
and Ghosts?
I was tongue tied. I didn't know what to say.
Mazes and Monsters?
Yeah, mazes and monsters.
Mazes and Monsters was that movie with Tom
That
Hanks. where he
shitty
was-
made-for-television one, yeah. LARPing.
Yeah. It's
We'll
like-
see what happens because
We'll see what happens entirely. Obviously we'll talk. We'll probably still be back 2 weeks from now. We'll figure out who's gonna be on and stuff like that. But keep an eye out. But yeah, tomorrow's DTL, Tuesday's UPZ. UPZ will be a lot of fun. I have some ideas. I don't know which one I'm gonna go with yet. I'll probably decide by tonight. Invite the person, and then UPZ tomorrow is myself, Pleiades, Molly. Callie, I don't say what's her name again. Callie and me. There you go. So yeah, it's us 5 tomorrow and Guilty Pleasures. And then yeah, that's it. Wednesday, me, Snakz, and apparently Wild Arms Wednesday might not change, so it shouldn't change. So tune into that anyway.
yeah, Wild Arms Wednesdays is gonna be the same.
I called you Snorton. Me Snorton and me Snorton. Actually, I called Warren Snorton. I'm like me Snorton and Snakz. But yeah, me, Warren, and Snakz will be playing Wild Arms on Wednesday. And maybe start this for Wednesday on Jordan. Wait, with Wednesday?
what?
I need him to stop. Good night, y'all. Thank you all for coming. This has been it was a lot of fun.
Good.
See you later.
Good
Viewers,
night.
Thank you so much. Good night. Peace out.
Pleasure.
Love you all.